So you're thinking about taking a GLP-1 or exploring different weight loss medication. Before you do that, just hear me out. Check this out. Listen, we're going to dive into it. So the first thing I want to share is originally we were going to have Dr. William Summers come on, but I'm going to pivot a little bit. Looks like we had some scheduling things go down. So the point is what I'm going to speak to you today as a board certified health coach that has run a weight loss and health and wellness company for the last 15 years, as well as contracting with concierge medical practices, my experience, my insight, and hopefully address some of the questions that have come in and some things that I've noticed along the way. Nice. I see you. Yeah. If you guys want to drop questions, if you're watching live, feel free to put it in the chat. I see you, Raw. Or if you're watching the replay of this, let me know, comment, replay, and feel free to drop a question because I will come back. We will answer them. But again, we're going to dive into a strategic breakdown on should you entertain GLP-1s and different types of medications from my perspective and experience. I'm not giving you diagnosed advice, just from my perspective. What might be some qualifying variables to consider? And then also, if you already are taking a GLP-1 or medications related to weight loss or peptides related to that, what should you be focusing on potentially? What's going to have an impact on your life and on the results that you see? So first, let's talk about where we may want to entertain, or what are some of the people that are asking or qualifying for it. So again, I'm not going to go into the chemistry of it. I'm going to go into my experience when I've worked with concierge medical practices, even our own Dr. Eric Pute, who we've had on past live streams. He's our medical director. When we discuss these conversations, we want to look at what is making us want to consider this. Obviously, for GLP, you're going to potentially be either overweight or obese or morbidly obese, and you want to use this as a way to support your weight loss. That's the oversimplified aspect of it. Now, before we do that, the one thing I always invite for everyone is to consider, what are you already focusing on? What are you already controlling? What have you already done? Appreciate the love. And the point of that is, are you getting a good night's sleep? Are you focusing on your nutrition? Are you moving your body? Are you managing your stress? These are the 4 foundational habits that if you are not doing this, it doesn't matter with your GLPs medication, the sustainability is not going to be there. What that means is you can take a GLP, for example. Here's my experience of it. And what I've seen is you're going to take the medication. It's going to suppress your appetite. You're going to eat less. Again, I'm oversimplifying this, but what's ultimately going to happen is you're going to eat less. And that's great potentially for weight loss. The caveat to that is there's a difference between weight loss and body fat loss, body recomposition, because at the cost of losing weight, you can lose muscle as well. When you're not eating enough and you're unable to train because your appetite is dropped, your energy levels are dropped, and you're not using resistance training to maintain your muscle mass, you're going to lose muscle along with fat. Now, if you're morbidly obese or you're heavily obese, maybe you're willing to make that trade. The downside that tends to happen, and when people consider this, what I see is, again, they're obese, they're heavy, they may be at risk for diabetes or chronic heart issues, and all those things are important to consider. However, what's the sustainability in that? What is the likelihood you're going to be able to sustain, especially when someone comes off the medication? Now, it doesn't mean don't use it. I actually have clients I actively work with right now that are taking it, and they're doing it in a way, and the approach that we work on is keeping sustainability in mind. Meaning we're working on not only, yes, being able to use the medication to help create a result, to help get past a potential roadblock, but focusing on the controllable habits and variables. For example, getting good night's sleep, being able to work on our sleep hygiene, being able to manage stress, being able to move our bodies, being able to do the things that are going to add over time. Yeah, Joan, good morning. Good morning. Thank you. I appreciate the love. Always great to hear from you. And again, everybody, if you want to drop in questions in the chat, always love to hear from everybody. If you end up watching the replay and you have questions, feel free to let me know. Originally, we were going to have Dr. Summers come on, but we had a little bit of a scheduling issue. So it's just going to be me kind of sharing with you guys and going over my personal and professional experience in the GLP medication world, as well as weight loss in general, and talking about where I have experience with concierge medical practices and where we implement it. So with that being said, going back to the idea of, again, obesity, morbid obesity, those are the people that are more than likely or just overweight and they want to lose weight. The caveat I see a lot of the times is here's where I think if you've tried everything, if again, going back to what I talked about with Dr. Eric, our medical director in the past, we had this on past live streams. If you've worked on stress management, if you've worked on your sleep hygiene, if you've focused on your nutrition, if you've focused on your exercise and you're still running into the roadblock, oh man, thanks for giving me the context, by the way. Yeah, John, that's a great throwback. Shout out to Alex, by the way, and shout out to you. It's great. Thank you for jumping in live, and it's great to hear and see from you too. So thank you. Throwing a throwback from the past, from like baseball years, and I'll have to tell Steve too, and also acceleration, all that great stuff. Love hearing that. So the point is diving into the kind of discerning factors around it. If you have, again, focused on all these foundational pieces. That's like when I first started working with Dr. Eric many years ago. Originally I came to him like, hey, should I start using like TRT or HRT? Should I explore these different types of peptide and or hormone therapy interventions? And he's like, listen, man, I could sell you a bunch of stuff, but before we dive into that, let's look at your foundational habits. Let's look at where your sleep was. At the time, this was like 6 years ago. I had retired from fighting. I'll be honest with you guys. I was heavily consuming THC at the nighttime to help me sleep. And, you know, that was causing munchies. I was eating a lot more sugary items. That was increasing my like visceral fat. My body fat was higher. My stress was really high. All that fun. Yeah, Rob knows. Tuesday morning, you know it. And with that being said, I had a lot of opportunity to work on dialing in nutrition, dialing in stress management, being able to dialing in pretty much a lot of the variables that I could control before I started just using TRT or exploring a GLP-1 or doing these different types of medications and peptides. And that, I think that's right. You know it, Rob. Get on here and join the live. Being able to figure out, okay, these foundational pieces. Now, if you do all those things, you've gone through these checkpoints. I actually have a client that I think that shout out to Rosie, by the way. You can check out Rosie. She's been on our live streams before. She's been on our podcast. We have great Amazon content and Instagram content with her. She's actually lost weight using our protocol, but she was kind of having a hard time going through it. So she decided to work with a great medical team on Long Island and also implement her own medication interventions. So she was still like, she was able to focus on stress. She was able to focus on sleep. We were getting her moving. We were getting her nutrition in, but it wasn't just still getting her where she wanted to be. So she wanted to add in additional support. I think that's a good example of, hey, once you focus on all the foundational pieces and it's not working or it's not giving you the results that you want, that may be the time to use that kind of intervention. Am I old now? Yeah. So here's the deal though, Rob. If you're going to join, you got to talk about some of the fun stuff. I don't even know how to get you. I'm gonna have to email it to you, man, because I don't have my, my chat's not up properly. So you know what? This is what I'm going to do. Actually, I'm going to roll the dice. I'm going to literally throw the StreamYard link in the comments. Anyone that wants to join in on the live stream, just click that link and jump on in here and we'll see if we can add you into the fun. All right, let's check. Also, let's just pause here, check some of the comments. I see you guys on TikTok as well. You think I'm probably talking to myself here, which I guess I am. I'm new. Yeah, I definitely don't. Well, what's up? What's up, Z? What's up, Lou? You know you have a fever for more cowbell. I'll probably serious. I promise. Yeah. All right. And again, if you guys have questions on Amazon too, on any of the like stuff, the products, the books, the supplements I've listed below, how it relates to this, feel free to ask questions as well. But yeah, going back to the kind of conversation, and that's exactly right. A prescription for more Bob. And geez, get after it, Trey. Okay, I see you. The point is, so I'm getting a little sidetracked by the comments. I appreciate you guys commenting and jumping in. Being able to focus on the foundational habits, and if it's not garnishing the results you want, I guess there's two components. One, be patient. But, you know, like that's the other side. But if it's like a health concern, if you're obese and you're not seeing the results and you're risking your health, that could be a time to add in medication. And even if you do add it in and you want to accelerate the results, the one thing, this is what I want to speak to. If you are using the medication and eventually you are going to stop, that's just one thing I can tell you. From my experience and understanding, you are going to get off your GLP-1 medication at some point in your life, most likely. If you take it for the rest of your life, that's a different conversation. I'm not a physician, not to have that, but more than likely, you're going to get off your GLP-1 or your medication. When that happens, it's important to have a plan in place because your appetite will come back. And if you've been purely relying on the appetite suppressant dynamic of the medication to manage your weight, you are going to gain weight back. And the drawback is, here's what happens. When people lose weight, especially on a GLP-1, and they're not weight training to maintain their muscle mass, they lose muscle along with body fat. And then guess what? Their muscle mass, which will be my right hand over here, stays down. And then when they get off the medication, they eat more, their body fat goes back up. And now they're actually in a worse position than when they started because their muscle's even lower than where they were. And they've started to put on weight back. So their ability to burn calories, maintain their health, be able to move efficiently has gone down. And maybe their overall body fat's gone down, but slowly that's going to creep back up over time for most of the people statistically we've seen using it. So it's a trade you have to be very intentional on making. And that's not everyone. Is it? Yeah, right. Is that what you want? Tell them, Rob. The point is you can weight train and you can add in protein into your diet. You can add in, again, the foundational pieces to help maintain your muscle mass, to keep your muscle at a place where it was, or even slightly slow down the atrophy of your muscle so that when you get off the medication, your body fat's not just going to jump right back up. That's exactly it, being intentional. That's exactly it. So, and that goes back to our framework, right? We got that 4-step framework that I've seen over the last 20 years in coaching is awareness, intention, action, and accountability. So the awareness, be aware that if you are going to take a GLP, the likelihood of you losing muscle mass is pretty high. If your intention is overall body weight loss, then it can be the move for you. If your intention is body fat loss and not losing muscle, might not be the move. And if then you don't care about that, and you want to make that trade, the action step is, yes, if you're going to take a GLP-1, make sure you're consistently getting in resistance training at least 2 to 3 times a week for at least 20 to 30 minutes. And you want to be able to have, just look up progressive overload as a training modality. Basically, every workout, you're adding 10% resistance, reps, or volume, and you will be able to relatively maintain your mass. Now, again, I'm making it pretty simple. It can be that simple. If you're confused, if you don't know what to do, that's what you have coaching for. That's what you got us here for, right, Rob? This is the plug. This is where we promote what I do. So that's where you can go to lifestyleoffitness.com, jump on a free call, talk to me or my team, and we won't necessarily say you have to do coaching, but we will lay out at least a plan and approach. And if you're a good fit, we'll lay it out for you. And the cool thing now is I'm just super transparent with it. We have our 100-day coaching program. We have where you can spend $3,000 and up on coaching. But what we're really pushing and focusing on right now is for $250, you get a diagnostic. You work with myself. We will study, or with someone on my team. We'll run you through an hour fitness protocol, evaluate your body, how you move. We'll evaluate your nutrition. And then we'll give you a 100-day plan. So for $250, you get a customized plan that you have for the next 100 days that's been created by myself and our coaching team. And then you have the choice if you want to upgrade that to coaching support, or you could bring that to a trainer. You could bring that to somebody else. If you have a trainer you like, but they just don't have the entire scope that you want, boom, you can get it for, again, think about it. Rob knows right here. For $250, man, it's, I think, a worthwhile investment. And again, nowadays we have so many different things. It's also excited to talk to Dr. Summers about, because he's really big on pushing the insurance company world to cover a lot of this stuff, from the medications to being here. Yeah, that's it. $4 a day. Rob knows. Boom. Look at that. I mean, the math is really $2.50 a day, but whatever. I got you. Cheers, y'all. And I'll just leave it at that. So let's go back into what you can do. So we talked about the weight training side, 2 to 3 days, at least a week in resistance training. If you're using a GLP-1, okay, make sure that you are getting in at least 20 to 30 minutes. Ideally, if it's a total body workout, that's the most efficient way to do it. You could do more, but what I tend to see, and where the challenge is, how much was that Starbucks coffee thing? First off, this is a Panacea coffee mug. Shout out to Panacea here in Waynesville, North Carolina, just outside of Asheville. It's amazing. We got to support the local biz. You know what I mean, Rob? Rob, drop a promo for Bob's Bars, New York City, East Village. If you guys haven't already gotten some swag from Rob, I'm still waiting on my Bob's shirt apparel. Nice. No lie. Yeah. Pork fried rice. Hey, get your protein in, man. So there's the 3 P's. Here's what I would offer you guys to cover. This is what I teach my kids. This is what I work on with clients. Protein, produce, and pleasure, in that order. So when you're building a meal, even if you're on GLP-1s, whatever it is, Protein at every meal. That should be your highest density, your most important priority. Then produce, like fruits, vegetables, things like that. Making sure you're getting your vitamins, your nutrients, all that good stuff, fiber in, and then have a sense of pleasure. Because if you're not enjoying the meal, it's not going to be very sustainable. So if you have those 3 Ps, you're going to build a sustainable approach. There you go. Bob's Bar NYC. What's up? Now, here's the beautiful thing. You'd be like, Mike, you own a health and wellness company. Why are you allowing your buddy to promote his bar? First off, it's a fake bar. It's not real. And the most important thing, that this is what I got to give a shout out to you, Rob, is the community dynamic. I appreciate that, growing up, Rob's one of my best friends from knowing me literally my whole life, like 30 years. And we had a kitchen table growing up, and we would just talk around the kitchen table. We would shoot this ish. We would connect over different things, share stories. It was a very connective thing. And I think being able to see what Rob's doing with the community is beautiful. So it's not just about it's really that's an important part about your health and wellness journey, as that has not as much to do with GLPs, more to do with your overall health and wellness, having joy, having connection. Yeah. So bringing it back to the kind of medication side of it. And this is even broader, not just GLPs, but any kind of weight loss thing that I would invite you to keep in mind, is it sustainable? Is it something you're going to do the rest of your life? And it's okay if it's not, but what are you building in that time? So taking, again, the GLP-1, for example, if you are just relying on the appetite suppressant and you're just not building any other habits, you are setting yourselves up for failure when you go back off the medication. Oh yeah, Rob, tell me something serious. Can I say something serious about community? Yeah, this is an important part. I think that's really important when it comes to health and wellness, man. Talk about community for a second. I don't want to slide past that. I'll take this as a chance to pour my coffee. I'll go back to the questions. What's up, Kason? What's up, Trey? How you guys doing? And again, if you guys aren't already, please make sure you're following, subscribing, whether it's on Amazon, TikTok, Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, wherever you're at. Brody, I see you, man. I see you. I always appreciate. I think Raw already tried that. Let's see what Rob's got to say here about community. Community, especially having human interaction. Yes. Meaning off your phones, being in the moment with each other, supporting each other, and just communicating. Yes. So ironically, while I'm sharing this to you via technology and a screen, what I would invite is this isn't even great for my business. Turn off your phone. Go talk to someone in real life whenever possible. Loneliness, yeah, it kills you early. We need to be connected 100%. Whether I use AI in my business, but that's why I'm not worried when people's aren't you worried AI is going to take over the health and wellness space? Yes, you can get an AI oriented program and all that fun stuff, but guess what? You're not going to get people. You're not going to get an in-person. That's what I'm actually re-exploring. That's why I love where we live in our apartment complex, where we moved here in Candler, North Carolina, is there's a community we have here in the apartment complex, and being able to be in the gym space. That's why I love Rogue Combat Club in Asheville, North Carolina, and Redemption MMA in Greenville, South Carolina. It's the community dynamic. And what we built at UFC gyms in New York, when I was running those, when I worked for the UFC, and the community dynamic, that's such a massive part. Yeah. Take care of your neighbors, get to know them. Yeah. Yeah. Dude, I'm trying. Jump on in. I sent the link. Come on in here. I put it in the chat. Did you not see it? The link's in the chat, bubbies. Let's see. You're going to have to copy and paste it. I can't text you because I'm my phone's running on Amazon Live. Let's see if I can try and email it to you. Or I'll send it to you on Facebook Messenger, maybe. Let's see if I can send this on Facebook Messenger. Here we go. I'm going to send it to you on Facebook. I think I can do that. We're going to see if we can get Rob on here as well, y'all. But the point is, again, this has kind of gone off a little bit in the original intention. Dr. Summer's not making it, but going into the GLP-1 and the medication side, while also talking about just real life stuff and the community dynamic that I think is really important. And that's what's interesting is people want to know, always talk about, yes, the X's and O's, but what's sustainable in this? What's the actual sustainable likelihood? And how do you actually make it last? Having joy, when it comes to movement, even if it's exercise, let's say you don't love weight training. That's okay. You don't actually have to do weight training. You know what, Rob? I'm going to boom. There's the link right there, Rob. Click that link. I just put it in the live stream. If you guys want to jump on, click on that link, join the live stream. If you don't love weight training, guess what? There's other things you can do to maintain your muscle mass. Finding a joyful activity. It could be martial arts. It could be rock climbing. It could be dancing. It could be yoga. It could be bodyweight calisthenics. It could be swimming. It could be tennis. Some of these things are going to be more adept at cardiovascular training and maybe, not be as adept at keeping on muscle as easily as resistance training and weight training. But even in the weight training, resistance training world. There's barbells, there's dumbbells, there's resistance bands, there's kettlebells. There's all these different aspects to the training that you can utilize that actually make it fun. It doesn't have to just be, oh, I'm forcing myself to do this. But when it comes to the GLP-1 medication side of things, if you are not moving your body, you are ultimately eroding your muscle mass, and you will long-term be setting yourself up for failure, most likely. So that's like what I just want to continuously iterate with this message. And let's just see. I think Dr. Summers, actually, this boy who's working with him, did you email the link? Classic. So yes. Sent it last week. So yeah, they actually, his team, I knew this was going to happen. Oh, Rob's here. Hold on. Now you're there we go. So all right, so I'm going to tell everyone on TikTok. So I have more people on TikTok and Amazon too. You guys aren't going to be able to hear Rob. You'll hear it through the computer. So if you're on TikTok, if you're on Amazon Live, you should be able to hear it. Let me know in the comments. On TikTok, jump on over to any YouTube, Facebook, put the links here. Oh geez, Rob's dropping his phone. Even jump on Amazon Live, but you're going to think I'm talking to myself. But I promise you, there's actually a person here.
Okay.
So Rob, talk to me about community. All right. And also, let me ask you this. You've not taken any GLP-1s or anything like that. You know
what the GLP-1 again? Yeah, is that steroid?
No, it's a medication. It's a weight loss medication. It's like,
oh, no, I never took this. No, I had a good friend named Mike Callo who I was in Taco. No, I'm not going to tell that story, but I deal with negative what?
Don't curse. You can tell whatever story you want. You just can't curse because then we'll get.
I had a crush on this girl in college, and she didn't like me back. And Mike said, "Oh, somebody, not Mike. It's too late now. I said your name, but I was heavy. But back to the whole community stuff. I was making no money at 34 years old. I was a bum. I was drinking all the time. I was smoking weed. I heard you talk about THC earlier, which is why I called attention.
Yeah.
And I was just doing nothing with my life, and I had no money to go to bars. I was living and I still am in the East Village, where it's the life of the party in this area. You got bars everywhere, and I couldn't always go to bars and spend this money every day because it's so expensive to live here. But so I had this table. I was like, let's just sit outside. But I inadvertently ended up meeting all my neighbors. And I just did it Sunday, and it was just, this is my 5th year doing it. You can see Bob's Bar NYC, you can see the artwork I have behind me, which is, if I was a girl coming to my apartment for the first time, I would run so goddamn fast out. I'd be like, this guy's nuts. But I got to sit with all my neighbors again, and we're just sitting at this table, bullshitting. Messing around, talking, having a good time, whatever, and laughing. And when me and Mike were younger, we sat at the table, and it was this kitchen table. And I always say there's something about a table that just kind of connects people, even if you're not eating, whatever it is. So
Italian, and we love food. I don't know.
I just say I'm American now. I don't know. I was born here. Your mom was born in Germany, right? Though.
Yeah. So I can be an immigrant.
No, you can't. You were born here. You could be a first generation.
Yeah, I'm sorry. First generation. That's it. There you go.
I don't say I'm Irish anymore after working with all Irish. By the way, since we're on Amazon, I got this little alarm clock thing, dude. This thing wakes the shit up. This thing wakes me up. I can't. I curse so much. It wakes me up. Amazon.com. All right. No, yeah. Talk to people. I assume people that watch this are much younger than us.
No, you'd be surprised. Some people are, but also did you see before? Alex Bergazzoli's mom was in here in the comments.
No way.
Yeah, I swear to God, she was
Bergazzoli.
Joan.
Do you remember us? Do you remember me? I have a beard now.
Yeah,
that's so cool.
Anyways, so the point is, you bring up something. We're going to complete pivot. This actually relates to weight loss medication is an in general principle of stop using your phone for your alarm clock. Rob just showed on Amazon. You guys can't see the screen, but Rob just showed an analog alarm clock. That is actually a really interesting pro tip to use. That's what I use. All right. Sometimes actually I use my watch. I keep a watch on. So technically I still have a wearable. But that's what I use or just have kids. I was actually saying this
or don't do that. Don't do what? No, that's an expensive alarm clock, bro.
So there's this book called It's Great Being a Dad. That's the name of the book. And it basically goes, it's great being, and then they talk about these different characters in the book. Like, it's great being a unicorn. I love being a unicorn. Who wouldn't want to be a unicorn? And then it talks about all the reasons why you don't want to be a unicorn.
Oh, I got a great book.
We got booted on Amazon because we were cursing.
Oh no! I barely said it. Who's watching that? So I can curse right now?
Well, now you can. Yeah, we
You
got
fucking bastards. Who the fuck you talking to? Fucking losers. I'm eating fried rice as we talk about health.
Nice.
Oh no! Well, thanks for coming to my TED Talk.
Yeah, that's beautiful.
Are people still watching us, or is it just you and me now?
No, I mean on TikTok, people are still watching us.
On TikTok, I have a TikTok. It's Bob's Bar NYC. I don't post on it because I'm a 39-year-old man.
Let me tag. I'll tag you.
No.
Bob's Bar.
I don't do it because like Israel Bar or something. I don't
know. Can I just read you some of the comments, by the way?
Yeah, please.
Ready?
Read all, like, even if they're just be like, this guy's a freak.
I just love it. So ready for you. If we end up turning this into a podcast or I end up repurposing this video, which I'm not sure if I'm even going to, I want you guys to this is a bonus feature, and then we're going to jump off here in a minute.
Yeah, I'm going
to be. So you ever like notice like people try and get you to say things like they're trying to say like
bait you?
Yeah. So one is like, I'll do it really slow. Do you math debate? So if you put math debate together,
yeah, okay, I see.
Your pool C. If you say pool,
oh, mine every
C,
day, baby, every day. Do you? Because mine's better. C. Better than yours. Yes, I do.
There's been a couple comments literally just trying to do that as if like I'm not like, but I get it. I've had people date me and catch me in the past. Unk, you look so cute. I love being called Unk nowadays. That's like
people call me Unk. I'm like, all right, I'm a child.
Because we're old. And then
I feel yeah.
Look at this. This guy's like, when I block someone, it means stay the F blocked. It doesn't mean unblock yourself. So I'm assuming this person blocked me and somehow I'm still showing up on there.
We're everywhere, baby, and we're never going away. Yeah. Where are you from?
Shout out to Jonathan Davidson.
Jonathan Davidson. That sounds like a name if I was born in like Mississippi or Nebraska or like the world's most boring place ever, bro. Get a life. What are you doing? Go to school or something.
Oh, this is a good one. Ready? Hey, I'm new to Voodoo. I'm going to use your face if you don't mind. Hold still. Nice. I like it. And then thank you so much. Can I bounce on it, Daddy? Nice. That's
yeah. What, mine or yours?
I don't. They're just commenting.
Are they of age and attractive?
They're a dude.
Oh, they're a dude? No. Sorry, Bob. Thank you for the compliment.
Yeah. And then do you know? And then Gabe owners. So, but if you put that, do you know what that is? Like if you put that together, Gabe.
I know.
What's the first part of Gabe? Gay.
Yeah.
And then owners.
Oh.
You know?
I mean, I know people with them who are.
Exactly. And then another person goes, do you math debate your...
I have a question.
Yeah.
Well, do you really take the time out to type like a fucking moron? Like, this is why your generation is fucking retarded and never going to do anything with your lives. Anyways, I mean, maybe you will. I hope you do. I really do. I'm eating fried rice.
Well, I'm just typing in. So the whole point of me actually doing this was I was supposed to have a doctor come on, right? And this doctor, a lot of people that are older, like this doctor is probably in his 60s. What they do is they hire agencies to like book them on podcasts. So the person that was booking this doctor on the podcast books this time. And the doctor ends up not being able to make the time. So I'm asking them right now, I'm like, what happened? Did you just not tell them? Because they're like, oh, can we reschedule? I'm like, I'm gonna be honest with you. I would love talking to this doctor, but like, I don't trust that you're going to show up and I don't want to waste my time. So what happened?
I literally just worked a 12-hour bar shift and I'm on your podcast.
Yeah.
No, some doctor, you are Dr. Dipshit. I got a prescription for you. It's called a fucking Guinness.
Well, definitely don't endorse drinking. But
oh yeah, no. I'm sober too.
yeah. Rob, ironically, Rob's sober. But
2.5 years. Next month, 2.5 years. Can you believe that?
Rob, let's talk about your meal right now. You got protein in there with the pork. You got vegetables with your fried rice. That's your produce. And then pleasure. I'm assuming you like fried rice. So
I really didn't have any food in the apartment, and I was laying in bed. I thought I got that fried rice, and then here I am.
Classic New York combo. All right, so we're gonna I gotta wrap it up. Anyways, Rob, thanks for jumping in. Thanks for getting me kicked off Amazon. I always appreciate it.
I'm so sorry. I do that every time.
I've been on a run, right? Like every one of my live streams has been generating more than the last one, and when I get booted off, it like shuts the commissions down. So you know what? It was worth it for the entertainment for the people. So hopefully you guys enjoyed that. I'm gonna be real with you, Rob. I've been thinking about, and all you guys out there or viewers, like just to be genuine, I'm thinking about exiting the business in the next like 5 years, and I might just start up a podcast with Rob and just like shoot the ish. And that I feel like that'll just be so fun.
We have some stories.
Yeah, so I feel like literally I'm just gonna like sell my business, and lifestyle of fitness will still keep going on. I'll just have somebody else running it, or like hire somebody to run it. Like, so I'll exit, and then I'm literally just gonna like create a podcast with Rob to just bullshit. And
follow Box Bar NYC on Instagram.
Yeah.
On my shirt, I wear my name on my shirt. I'm not autistic. I'm not
Boom. Hey, I mean, I got LOF.
I'll never forget. I walked into PJ's apartment once. He's wearing a DJ PJ shirt. Yeah, I got stickers. Hold on. Can I can't move the camera on here. Can I flip it? Oh, I can. Oh, back dual wide. What is this? I got all these options.
Turn a horizontal. Oh, look at that dart setup. Hey now.
Bob's Bar, and like I'm a freak. But he was wearing a DJ PJ. Oh, what? Okay. Yeah, and I'm wearing a Bob's Bar shirt, and I was like, we are narcissistic prick. Like, we are losing it, bro. All right, hey guys, thanks for coming to Bob's Bar in New York City and Mike's Life of Fitness. If you don't like me, you could take my balls and put them in your mouth. Woo, woo, woo. Bye, Mike.
Great times, Rob. Later, y'all. Bye.